D10, Supervisor Walton.
Thank you so much, President Mandelman. Colleagues, it is my privilege and honor to rise and recognize an extraordinary public servant and advocate, Patti Lee. Patti is retiring from the San Francisco Public Defender's Office after 49 years of service to public defender clients in the city and county of San Francisco. Patti was born and raised in San Francisco. She moved from Chinatown to the Richmond district as a child, at a time when there were no other Chinese families in that community. Her grandfather opened a store in Chinatown, and her father came over through Angel Island at age 4. Patti attended San Francisco public schools, Lafayette Elementary, Presidio Middle School, where she was the school's second ever girl president, and Washington High School. She chose to become a public defender because she saw the system was broken and saw how that broken system impacted people close to her. Patti started at the downtown office at the Hall of Justice. 5 years later, she was asked to join the juvenile unit, and that's where she found her life's work. She began representing young clients in 1981 and went on to lead the Youth Defender Unit, formerly the Juvenile Unit. As managing attorney for over 30 years, under her leadership, San Francisco nearly eliminated state institutional commitments for youth. Through her work developing and promoting social work services and defense-based disposition reports as alternatives to incarceration. More recently, Patti became Assistant Chief Public Defender, overseeing the office's Defend Division, which includes representation in adult, juvenile, immigration, post-conviction, and mental health cases. In recent years, Patti's leadership was central to the fight to close San Francisco's juvenile hall, which remains the office's North Star and hers. Patti has been a regional and national leader in this work, co-director of the Pacific Juvenile Defender Center, appointed to Obama's Science Advisory Board on Juvenile and Criminal Justice, and a member of the Judicial Council's Family and Law Advisory Committee, the Center for Families, Children in the Courts, and the MacArthur Research Network in Adolescent Development and Juvenile Justice. She serves on the boards of the Center for Juvenile and Criminal Justice and the East Bay Children's Law Offices. For the past 8 years, she's organized and facilitated quarterly meetings of California's leading juvenile justice advocacy groups, work that has driven major policy wins, reducing the state's youth incarceration rate. Her honors include the San Francisco Modern Day Abolitionist Award, the Pacific Asian American Women Bay Area's Coalition Woman Warrior Award, the National Juvenile Defender Center Leadership Award, the Pacific Juvenile Defender of the Year Award, and the California Wellness Foundation Peace Prize. Today, we thank Patti Lee, the 49er fan, for 49 years of fighting for the people this city too often forgets. And Patti, before you speak, we do have Supervisor Chan, but I do want to bring up Public Defender Manoj Raju to speak after Supervisor Chan.
I just want to thank Supervisor Walton for honoring you. It's you don't remember me, but I remember you. I was a young case manager for a community youth center, specifically for monolingual youth on juvenile probation, new immigrants, families, and with their young people going through the system. You were badass. You still are. Because you you hold people accountable. But with so much compassion and with so much love, and that people can see that you want the best for them. The families could see you wanted the best for their kids. And that was really, really important for immigrant families who were scared going through the system, but you were there every step of the way with them, going through all of it. And that's how I think I learned so much from you, from that point and on, and understanding what it means to reform the criminal justice system and what it means for young people, especially stuck in that system, and what we can do to give them hope and give them a future that is much better, and that they deserve that too, and so do their families. So your work, it's impactful. I know there's generations of young people, well, not generations, only 49 years, but still, that I know there are like a lot of young people today having a great future because of you. They owe it to you, and so do their families. So for that, we're grateful. Thank you so much for your work.
Thank you, Supervisor Chen.
Good afternoon, everyone. You know, a senior attorney in the office told me that if we made a line of everyone who decided to become a public defender as a result of the influence of Patti Lee, it would start here, go out that door, snake around, and be all the way outside. The influence that Patti Lee has had on generations of public defenders is absolutely incredible. She's been a huge leader in our field, positively influencing the lives of thousands of system-involved people, one of the most empathetic people that I've ever met, the living embodiment of one of our stated values, which is that of compassion, while still always being a fighter. She's one of the defenders that began the holistic defense movement that we try to live up to every day. And what that means is, in addition to protecting the constitutional rights in court and fighting for just results in the courtroom, we meet people and their families at the most vulnerable period in their lives. And because of the leadership, people like Patti, many who have had to endure complex trauma, systemic racism, and other barriers, we're able to try and find that connection to mentors, that connection to treatment, that connection to therapy, that connection to job opportunities, that connection to education that can lead to a more positive trajectory for those we represent. That holistic model has been emulated by defender offices across the country. I had a trial that we did in the office, and it was the last direct file on a young person in adult court. The client was in custody for a number of years, very complex trial. It took a long time to litigate. Once we finally got to the jury, they actually voted not guilty in about an hour, and the client was released. But I'll never forget when I walked with that client in the office, and Patti looked up and saw him. She immediately recognized him, called him up by his nickname, and came up and gave him the biggest hug. And for her, she treats all of her clients as a part of her family. And when we train people, we ask, what kind of representation would you want for your loved one if they were in the system? Well, that's what we should provide. But for Patti, that's not an exercise, because she really does consider everyone she represents as part of her family. So Patti, I want to say thank you for your mentorship. Thank you for your inspiration. Thank you for all of the amazing work for our clients and your simply epic career. As one of our paralegals said as we were walking in here, you're our everything. And I want to say thank you for being our everything to everyone for so many years, and we wish you all the best in your next chapter.
Supervisor Walton, you took the words out of my mouth. I am going out as a 49er, okay? And as a daughter of San Francisco. So, firstborn from an immigrant family, proudly a San Franciscan. So after 49 years in the public defender's office, I stand here with a full heart and deep gratitude. This office, as Minot has mentioned, and my family back here, has been my home, my community, and my family. I have had the extraordinary privilege of working alongside with the most amazing people who believe that justice is about humanity. It is about courage and giving people a chance to be heard, to be loved, and those that know me, to be hugged. Amen. So much of my career, as you all know, and I've had this privilege and an honor, dedicated to fighting for youth and imagining a better system of justice and community. Together, Omega Jacqua, who's here. My law student and protege, who is now Judge Roger Chan, the head of Juvenile and Family Court. My entire juvie family, under the leadership of now Emily Goldman, we have continued to fight the good fight. Yes. And the Board of Supervisors has been part of that fight and challenged the way that we treat children and the way that we treat families. We worked to close youth prison with the CYA Coalition. And it was Governor Newsom that signed the legislation to close down state youth prison. And I proudly say that San Francisco has been a leader in the movement to close juvenile hall. And that has been with the partnership of the warriors that we have here in this room and the warriors that we have here sitting on the Board of Supervisors, all of you. And I give tribute to our fearless leader, Supervisor Walton, for leading that charge, as well as with prior Supervisor Hillary Ronan and their aides, Carol and Goosen and Tracy Brown. I saw her here earlier. We couldn't have done it, you know, and the movement is still there. So we have continued to fight the good fight, and we will never give up. So along with our community partners, it's important to, as we sit here today, to recognize community because they are what makes San Francisco. And I want to pay tribute to the MAGIC programs, our leader, Brittany Ford, CJ, Young Women's Freedom Center, and many others. When I first joined the Youth Defender Unit, that was over 30 years ago, we were at full capacity. And what does that mean? We had more than 130 youth locked up. It's a 150-bed facility, but staffed for 130. We had kids that were double bunked. We had kids that were sleeping on the concrete floors. The entire girls' unit was full. And I'm so happy to report today, I'm not ecstatic though, we have 30 youth in custody and 2 girls.
Jesus.
We can do better. There have been many occasions that we've had no girls. And as a mother of 4 girls, I know we can do better for our children and for our girls. This is not a moment to celebrate. We can and we must do better. I urge all of us in this room, and especially on this board, to continue fighting for reforms that recognize that young people deserve support, opportunity, and hope, not cages. We know that doesn't work. And for our clients downtown, I am forever an advocate, okay? I have one big parting ask. Please don't defund pretrial diversion.
All right now. Saved my life.
Saved her life. Saved her life. I don't know this one, so thank you.
Saved my
Thank
life,
you.
I know that.
This is a proven model that I know works. I have worked with clients through the years that are successful and contributing members of our community here in San Francisco. Pretrial diversion has recognized support from the legislature and long-standing support from our philanthropic partners. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I have been honored to stand with those who believe that true public safety comes from investing in people and creating pathways for change and for a better life. And I know all of you do here share that value. These principles have been the guiding light, our North Star, for our office and our team members here. And that has been the vision for our leadership team. So to Matt, Mano, Raju, Lislyn, Angela, Chan, our leadership team, I thank you for the lasting impact that you've made on the office and most importantly on the people we serve. Mano, I would have fought tooth and nail to stay at Juvie, but when Mano asked me to come join and come downtown, the leadership team, I left my perch at Juvie, and it was really an opportunity to reinvest in the lives of all our clients that are enmeshed in this criminal injustice system. And I want to especially thank the attorneys and the unsung heroes in our office who are the support staff, the clerks, the paralegals, investigators, the IT team. We couldn't do it without that foundation. I always say they are the ones that hold us together. We cannot do this work by ourselves. And so I leave today after 49 years, almost 50, knowing that the hard work continues. I believe that the next generation of freedom fighters will carry forward the vision of a more just and a more compassionate system. So I can't thank enough my friends, my colleagues, the managers, all these meetings we've had. I hope it's made a difference. And I have to say, my family is here. I want to thank my best friend. I was hoping I wouldn't cry. Left my tissues. My best friend, confidant, and life partner, Gil. My daughters, who couldn't be here, Karina, Angie, Vanessa, and Autumn, said I've got 4 girls. My granddaughter, Coco, is here. Amen. I thank you for sacrificing wife, mommy, and grandma time to my almost half-century with the Public Defender's Office. And to my sister Jenny, who is here, and my brother Jimmy, thank you for bringing the spirit of mom and dad today. And I want to thank you all for walking alongside with me through this amazing journey. The PD's office will always be a part of who I am. You are my family. And it has been my privilege and honor to serve. So I sign off today. I'm still on a few boards, so you may see me here, but I am not signing out, okay? I got another 50 years to go. So thank you for this honor.
Supervisor Walden, would you like to bring Patti into the well? Take a group picture outside, everyone.